Hello everyone, it's Brandy Ellen again, back to talk about human connection. I know a lot of you liked my story about the woman I ran into at Dollar Tree, so I thought I would share a few ways you can show up as a kind human out there in the world. And believe it or not, even if you're like faking it till you make it, you're showing up as a kind person even though inside you're feeling like really rotten, I'm telling you, this will help boost your mood. It will. Just practice it and stay with me. Do it for 30 days, right? So here are 3 ways you can boost your mood while being kind and boosting other people's moods. Don't put it in their hands to be kind to you and boost you up. You be the aggressor in a positive way. Here's your 3 ways to help gain more human connection in life. 1. Numero uno. I don't speak foreign languages anymore. I used to be able to read French. But anyway, number 1, first, when you are out at the grocery store, just smile and nod at people. And if you can't smile, just nod. Smirk like this. Sometimes I actually say hi. And they're like, hi. And you can see afterwards, they're like, do I know her? I forget that I say hi to people as if I know them. And I don't know why I do this. It's natural for me. It just happens. So if you're not that bubbly, you can just smile and nod, smirk and nod. Okay? To everyone you pass in the grocery store. That is going to be your first step. Probably the easiest one because you don't have to do a full smile. You don't have to say any words. You can just nod, It's kind of like the old school where I grew up in these smaller towns. You could, when you were passing someone on a road, you would wave to them. That sort of thing. You don't really have to talk, but you're just letting them know that you're acknowledging their existence in this world. And not everyone will nod back, and that's okay. You're not doing it for the reaction. You're doing it to start practicing some human connection things a little bit at a time. So number 2, you could go a step further and you could do what I do and you could say hello to everyone you pass, right? Hello. You also can say goodbye or have a good day, to people when you leave them. Like sometimes I'll say have a good day to the person behind me in line at the grocery store and they're just like, what? I'll always tell the cashiers and baggers, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Those little steps like that, again, are human connection, right? Don't wait for them to say it to you. Say it to them. Show up in kind. It'll help boost your mood and maybe a little bit of your confidence, right? And you don't have to be as bubbly as me. Seriously, you can just be like, have a good day. Walk off all awkwardly. That's okay too. So number 3. Now, I didn't think of this ahead of time. So let's see. What's number 3 for human connection? I know. Sometimes this is when you're feeling a little bit confident. You've done number 1, you've done number 2. You're feeling kind of comfortable with those. And now you want to step up a little in this human connection thing, right? Number 3 is when you see somebody looking at something in the store that maybe you use yourself or you've thought about using, whether it be a food or an item, ask them a question about it. Just like, hey, have you used that before? I was thinking about buying it, right? Even if you're not thinking about buying it, right? Even if you're not even thinking about using the item, seriously, just engage in a conversation by starting with a question. Like, hey, I was actually thinking about that product, and let's say it is a container to hold hard-boiled eggs, which is what I found at Dollar Tree. You can ask them, hey, does the cover stay on that? Because I see it has a handle, but I'm afraid it's going to fall open if I, pick it up with eggs in it. Do you find that it works really well for you, or have you not used this yet? And there you go. You have a whole conversation started, and it doesn't have to be 30 minutes. It could be a whole 5 or 10 minutes. But what I learned from stopping and pausing and just being calm and not letting my time get the best of me, because we are all with the same time, I have started to feel more connected to human beings again. In a world where the news tells you everyone's bad, in a world where media online wants to talk about all the negativity, I want to invite you to try these 3 ways. Do number 1 for 30 days, number 2 for 30 days, and number 3, try it for 30 days. Now, whichever one ends up feeling the most comfortable for you, maybe a mix of each. Maybe on certain days you feel like doing 1 and not really 3. Use these ideas to create your own way of showing up in the world and connecting with humans more. Because after you're done doing this and you continue doing this, at first it becomes a habit. And then it will become a way for you to just connect with humans in real life, and your soul will start to feel a little more alive. doesn't have to be a big deal. You can just smirk and nod. I don't want you to do anything you're not fully comfortable with. So start small and stay small if that's where you're at. But I promise it will at least start to feel better after you continue doing it. It might feel weird. You might have a little imposter syndrome. Believe me, when I show up here on YouTube and I'm talking all this stuff, I feel so weird sometimes. I know it doesn't look it, but all of us have that little imposter syndrome, as they call it, because you're not an arrogant person. You're not a narcissist. You have feelings, you have a spirit, you have compassion. So you second guess yourself. It is okay. So I hope you'll try. I gotta stop saying so. I'll work on that. I hope that you try some of my tips, and I hope that maybe you have some ideas for me. I would love to show up as a better human out there and volunteer a little more. So let me know in the comment section some great places I could call and see if they're looking for volunteers. Some great places I could just go sit and kind of talk to other people in passing. I would love to help engage more kindness in the world, So if you have some other ideas and tips and tricks, please share. I don't know them all. I want to know what works for you. Thank you for listening, and have a beautiful day.